Konnichiwa, and welcome to Fright Night Flix, where every night is Fright Night. It seems like Asian horror has been getting quite popular on the channel lately, so I come bearing more of it in the form of the 2025 Japanese horror film Best Wishes to All. I heard about this one through YouTuber Speaky Astronauts, so I thought I'd give this one a try. Here are my thoughts. For his directorial debut, Yuta Shimotsu has crafted a horror film for the ages. Expanding on his short film of the same name, Shimotsu demonstrates total control over tone, pacing and mood. Even without having seen the short, you can tell he's taken a simple concept and evolved it into something layered, unsettling and haunting. The cinematography is absolutely gorgeous, cold, still and precise, yet it never feels sterile. The editing gives the story a steady rhythm, allowing tension to quietly build whilst immersing us into this dreamlike, almost surreal environment. And the score? My god, the score creeps under your skin. It doesn't go for the big orchestrated stares, but rather an eerie hum of dread that makes the entire viewing experience deeply uncomfortable, in the best way possible.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
The plot follows an unnamed young woman who returns to her rural hometown after completing her nursing training in Tokyo. When she arrives, she discovers that her grandparents are hiding a dark and deeply disturbing secret in their home, one that forces her to confront not just her family's past, but the hidden cruelty of the community itself. At its core, Best Wishes to All explores the clash between generations and Japan's changing social landscape. As young people flee to the city for opportunities, rural life begins to decay, both physically and spiritually. Shimotsu uses this as a metaphor for how traditions can turtle into horror, how what was once seen as family duty or community balance can mass into something monstrosity underneath. Without giving too much away, the film suggests that happiness in this town, and perhaps in society as a whole, comes at someone else's expense.
Cool, yeah. If it ain't broke.
You could argue that the characters being unnamed creates a sense of distance or make them hard to relate to, but strangely it works perfectly here. The lack of identity makes them feel more universal, as if they represent larger forces or moral archetypes. The protagonist in particular is compelling because she's the audience's anchor in this nightmare. We see everything through her eyes, and the further she gigs, the more we question what's real and what's imagined. Her quiet performance pulls you in, and I found myself genuinely caring about her safety and sanity. I also appreciate that Shimotsu casts mostly unknown actors. It grounds the film in realism. You stop seeing performers and just see people. Every actor feels natural and believable, which only amplifies the slow burning unease. Magnificent! 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 The film thrives on atmosphere. It doesn't really rely on loud scares or rapid pacing. It lets dread slowly bleed into every frame. The raw setting is captured beautifully, but there's always something off about it. A sense that the landscape itself is compliant in the evil hiding there. Best Wishes to All blurs the lines between surrealism and reality. There are moments where you generally can't tell if what you're seeing is supernatural or psychological. And that's the point. The ambiguity keeps you trapped in the protagonist's paranoia, unsure whether the evil is external or born from within.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Watching it, I weirdly found myself comparing it to M. Night Shyamalan's The Visit. Both films follow someone returning to the countryside and slowly realising that their familiar has become terrifying. But where The Visit uses found footage and jump scares, Best Wishes to All trades that for something far more haunting. A slow, suffocating atmosphere that feels real. You're not watching through a camera lens, you're living inside her nightmares.
I like those odds.
And before I give you my final thoughts on Best Wishes to You All, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to Fright Night Flix and follow us on social media so you don't miss a single scare. Have you seen Best Wishes to You All? What did you think too? I know this film is quite divisive, but did you love it or did you hate it? Please, let me know in the comments down below. And while you're here, please let me know which Japanese horror film you want me to cover next. I'm always looking for something new to cover on this channel. And also make sure you check out all my past videos, including my review of Godzilla Minus One, the first.
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
Overall, Best Wishes to All is by far the best international horror film I've seen all year. From its layered storytelling and eerie visuals to its grounded performances and deeply unsettling tone, this is a film that lingers long after the credits rolled. Yuta Shimotsu delivers a debut that feels confident, original and mature, a film that doesn't need to explain its horror to make it terrifying. In a year full of over-explained supernatural movies, Best Wishes to All stands out for trusting its audience to feel its dread rather than dissect it.
Well, whatever works for you.
For me, I'm giving Best Wishes to You All a rating of a 10 out of 10 and a 5 out of 5 stars. It's haunting, thought-provoking, and generally one of the most chilling experiences I've ever had this year. If you're a fan of Japanese horror, especially slow-burn atmospheric horror that gets under your skin, this is one you need to add to your list.
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Thank you all for watching today's video. Join me next time when I dive into my thoughts on Rabbit Trap. But until then, keep the chills alive, and as always, stay spooky.